Hey gang, Logan here, aka Unitic, and I'm relaxing at the front porch of an RV park in West Cliff, Colorado, after a very tough day on the bike today. It was beautiful weather, but it was my first day in the Rockies, and it was a 15 plus mile climb, probably about 15 and a half, 4,500 feet gain in elevation. I'm up at a little over 9,300 feet right now. Or actually, when I topped out today, I've come back down into the valley, and I think I'm at about 7,900 feet right now. And that was one of the toughest things I've ever done. The longest climb I'd ever done was in the Blue Ridge, I think, with some buddies on my race bike, which weighs about 16 and a half pounds. And this bike weighs about, with all the gear, close to 70. And it was relentless. There were no interruptions, no slight dips. It's really strange because it was like an optical illusion. I wouldn't think I was going uphill unless I was paying attention to my legs and the gears I was using on the bike. It didn't look steep, but I was down in my granny gears, we call it, for most of the climb, going anywhere from between 5 and 6 miles an hour. I had to take a break in the middle and stopped and ate lunch, and took one more break toward the top, and finally topped out and head mostly downhill for about 5 or 6 miles into Westcliff. So I am beat. Luckily I could get a shower here. Got my tent pitched in the shade. Gonna get a better night's sleep than last night. I stayed at Lake Pueblo State Park last night, and they had these little picnic pavilions with a little sun awning on them, like aluminum. And I took a shot thinking I could roll my sleeping bag out underneath that and save myself from setting up the tent and stay dry if it rained, have a dry tent, and not have an extra pound of water to go uphill this morning. But that all went awry about 7:30 Mountain Time when the rain came in sideways. I tried to wrap up and use my tent kind of as a bivy sack, but finally abandoned the effort and spent the night in the bathroom. It's a nice bathroom, though, I have to say. That park does good stuff. The only downside is it had a motion sensor light. So every time I turned over in the middle of the night, because it was still raining, the light would come on. So I tried to will myself to sleep very still, but I woke myself up probably 4 or 5 times with the light going on. And then you'd have to stay still for like 2 minutes for it to go back off. So I was not real rested this morning. I'm looking a little bleary-eyed right now, but I got it done. That was probably one of the bigger climbs I'll have, just because it came from a very low elevation, all the way up into the high country. 2 days from now, I climb Monarch Pass, and that's going to be steeper in places. It's taller. It may be high enough that it gives me some altitude issues. I didn't seem to have too much problem today. My heart was definitely racing faster at 8,000-9,000 feet elevation, and I had a harder time getting my breath, but I did okay. My legs are what's hammered. But when you get up to 10,000 feet, and you're doing something that exerts you, like cycling uphill, it could be a challenge. So I won't be above getting off the bike and walking a little bit, taking lots of breaks, and then once I get over Monarch, then I've got some long downhills until I have one more big climb in Colorado, and then Utah and Nevada have lots of climbs. So anyway, it feels really good to get this done today. I am knackered, but in one piece, and hopefully get some rest tonight, and relatively flat day tomorrow. I'm going to climb, if I can, onto the shoulders of Monarch Pass, so I don't have to do the whole climb in one fell swoop like today. There's a National Park Service or Forest Service campground on the shoulders of Monarch, so that's what I'm going to try and do. So that's all the news that's fit to print for today. Rockies are beautiful. Trying to post more pictures, and I got some helmet cam on the descent today. I'll try and get that uploaded too while I got Wi-Fi. So for today, Unitic out.